We are receiving an incoming signal, Captain.
Captain, I see you've made some headway on Gorgon. Mother's old work terminal just lit up with a bunch of new protocols. Very exciting. What about Mother's journal? Any progress there? Are you accusing me of deception? Captain, I would never. Can you hear me, Captain? I'm getting some interference on my end. Captain! Captain!
Hello again, little weasel. I must admit, you've surprised me. I threw nearly everything I had at you, and you overcame it all. This is the best you could find, Wilhelmina. A freelancer with more guns than brain cells.
Mother! You're alive! And still on Gorgon? Something tells me we've only seen the beginning. This is so you, Mother. Inserting yourself where you aren't needed and at the worst possible time.
Am I disrupting your vanity project? You empty-headed little twit!
Olivia Ambrose doesn't do happy. Have you come back just to ruin everything again, Mother? At least this time I have the power to stop you.
Captain, this is a distraction. Let's set our differences aside and focus on what matters. Adrenatime must never be revived.
I may not have told you all of the facts, but I'm going to lay out everything I know. You can decide for yourself what to do with it. By now, you realize that Project Gorgon was devoted to a single drug, adrenatime. A drug that hit the market in spite of calamitous side effects. Quite right. There's no end to the harm a poorly run team can do, even with the best of intentions. The project was a colossal failure, but you and I are going to revive it from the ashes. Adrenatime was a lie. Our drug will fulfill its broken promise for workers and employers across the colony. Mother wasn't equal to the task. Thankfully for us both, I'm not my mother. What you've seen is the result of Mother's leadership. I have no intention of repeating her mistakes. Mother's journal contains the activation codes for the adrenatime synthesizer, the key to a new Project Gorgon. We're going to start again, and this time with everything Project Gorgon didn't have. Better R&D, better scientists, clear goals, more funding, and a timeline that makes sense. Who else? Spacer's choice. After I showed them the error of their ways, the corporation couldn't wait to restart the project. If I can improve the chemistry, I can fix adrenatime. We can put this colony back on track together.
You've been to Terra too, haven't you? You've seen the poisonous fruits of my efforts. Seen it and fought it. Marauders, forged right here on Gorgon. Whatever others may tell you, they are people. People whose lives Adrenatime destroyed. Whose lives I destroyed.
What about my life, Mother? The Ambrose name has no dignity anymore. I can't even show my face around Byzantium without being the gossip of the town. Of course! What do you think this is all about? Why do you think Spacer's Choice is willing to write me a blank check? Every day, workers slump over from exhaustion. The gears of industry swallow them whole, and no one is coming to help. Adrenatime is the break we can't fit into the schedule. The office with a window we can't afford to build. It's the best this rotten colony can do for people. It's a bandage, not a cure. Halcyon is wounded, and I will do everything in my power to stop the bleeding.
Don't let those bloodless leeches at Spacer's Choice walk you down this perilous path, Wilhelmina. You haven't the fortitude to endure it.
As usual, Mother projects her failures onto me. If she had let me get involved from the start, we might have avoided this calamity altogether. My intentions are greater than some family squabble. Besides, Mother is the one who should be proving herself to me.
Fuck your intentions. What have you done? I always suspected you were nothing more than an empty-headed social climber. This confirms it.
You see what I mean? Mother is afraid of being outdone by her empty-headed daughter, and she'll do anything to stop me. If I can save the colony and redeem the Ambrose family name, I owe it to myself to try. Mother be damned.
Finally, a sensible question. I am the head of Project Gorgon, its grand mastermind. I created Adrenatime because I believed, arrogantly, foolishly, that I could uplift the common man through chemistry. I failed.
With Adrenatime, we can increase worker productivity orders of magnitude above ordinary stims and risk none of the harmful side effects. Imagine if we flooded the market with drugs that actually helped people. We could influence the very business model of Spacer's Choice. We won't be exploiting workers any longer. We'll be celebrating them, giving them everything they need to succeed.
No, this is madness. The project, the complex, it has to be destroyed, razed to the ground. It's the only way.
We already had our chance. Mother chose to bury the project and drag our family down with it. I won't allow her to make that mistake twice.
In rehabilitating Adrenatime, she would poison Halcyon. No, we are well past the point of compromise. The facility must be destroyed.
I need that facility online, but I can't do it while Mother's still a problem. By now, she'll have shut down the Gorgon reactor. Deal with her however it suits you, and get that facility back up and running.
Don't do this, Wilhelmina. Minnie, don't make this choice.
Adrenatime is our future. It's bigger than money, bigger than family. It's the colony's best hope. Return to my family's manor, Captain.
Use the executive override code in my journal to activate the NDA protocol for my terminal. It will destroy the Gorgon drug synthesizer and put an end to Adrena time for good. My daughter's gotten her hooks into you. I understand. She's always had a knack for manipulating people. But I know you're more than her foolish little puppet. You've survived this long. You have to be more. She will try to force you to fight her. You don't have to. In fact, I would ask you not to. Whatever mistakes she might make, she is still my daughter.
Captain, in light of recent events, I'm putting the manor under lockdown. Until Mother is dealt with, anyone who lands here is presumed hostile. Finish the job. I know you won't disappoint me.
Welcome back, Captain. How can I be of assistance? I request you do not wake me if I am...
Now, hold on. What happens if we hit the wall?
Most likely, the bullet will ricochet, which could be bad. Or hilarious. There's a tiny chance of a hull puncture, which would suck us into space one chunk at a time. Bad and hilarious.
Ugh. Just imagining that makes me sick.
That's why we don't miss.
Something on your mind? And I thought my mother was a handful. This job has gotten messy. Hey, you're the captain because you're the one who has to think about this stuff. I'm just along for the ride. You know I'm not one to pass up a good payday, but after everything we've seen, handing Gorgon back to Spacer's Choice doesn't sit right. Dr. Ambrose may be almost as crazy as Phineas, but she may be right, too. If you say so. I still took the last zero-G brew from the fridge and didn't buy more. What's on your mind? Sure. Something on...
Hey, Cap. I wish I could set this entire asteroid ablaze. No amount of booze is ever gonna chase the sight of a meat cube from my memory. I think I'm going to be seeing it for the rest of my life, Cap. I've seen animals tearing one another apart. I've shot folks, been shot by folks. I once saw Cat Malin shove an assassin into a sulfur pool. He dissolved. But those weren't choices. Mana pillars don't give you moral options. What went on in those labs, the suffering they caused, they chose it. Yeah. You know, back when Monarch was abandoned, I sort of understood. I hated it, but I accepted it. There's a certain kind of consistency to the board's decision-making. It's about the bottom line. People are just resources with costs and yields. So I used to think, well, if they're leaving Monarch, maybe they need the resources to build better elsewhere. Yeah, they spent the money on diet fucking toothpaste. Ain't no hope left in this colony, Captain. Not while the board's still intact. I'm sure there were some in the labs, too. Forced to do evil, just to put food on a plate. A system like that is fucked, Captain. People ought to be able to choose a better way. Hey, thanks for talking. It helps.
Something busted, Captain? Can't help wondering if we're doing the right thing. For us, the Ambroses, or even Halcyon. Maybe there's some way we can get them to work together and fix this. Ain't no good can come out of turning that machine back on, Captain. Not after what we've seen here. Even with Miss Minnie at the helm, how can we be sure Spacer's Choice doesn't do Adrenatime all over again, but worse? Dr. Ambrose means to make certain they can't even try. I know she ain't exactly a nice lady, and it's her fault the colony's even in this mess in the first place. But she means to stop the hurt she caused. We gotta help her try. I knew you'd understand, Captain. Whatever good or bad you've done, your heart's always been with Halcyon. Folks in Edgewater worked themselves to nubs for Spacer's Choice, and not a single thing got better for it. It's the board that's keeping Halcyon from working right. A better drug ain't gonna make them stop. Thanks for hearing me out, Captain. Ain't many folks have ever done that for me.
Battery levels are fully charged. Thank you, customer. All cleaning tasks have been completed.
Good to see you, boss. Looks like you got a big decision to make. But I guess that's why you're the boss. I'm glad you asked, because that's an easy one. Project Gorgon was a mistake, and it needs to be destroyed. Anytime, boss. Anything else? I'm glad you asked. I was wrong about Miss Ambrose. I thought she was different. Turns out she's just like any other wealthy elite. Miss Ambrose thinks she's doing right by the common worker. But she never hauled boxes for a couple bits a day, or slept alone in a cargo hold, or had to eat salt tuna. Probably. I ain't sticking my neck out for Doc Ambrose. She's a monster, just like everybody else on Project Gorgon. But at least she knows what she's done. Justify it however you want, boss. Nothing good ever came out of Project Gorgon. Nothing good ever will. Anytime, boss.
Yes, you caught me ruminating it. What's up? Now that we've gotten Olivia's side of this whole fiasco, have you given much thought as to who you'll be siding with? It's not my place to say, Captain. You run this crew. I merely serve on it. Of course, but perhaps I was interested to hear your thoughts before possibly biasing you with mine. I believe Minnie means well, but she's playing with forces she doesn't understand. And I don't just mean Adrenatime. Even were she to succeed, What would it mean to the people of this colony? Do you really think they'd be given a choice as to whether they used a drug that boosted their productivity? And, even in the unlikely chance they were, I do not believe the colonists are equipped to make that decision for themselves. You've seen how they rationalize even the most abhorrent corporate practices. The board will work them to death even more effectively than they do currently, and they'll thank them. You may very well be right, but it will not be easy. Will that be all?
We arrive at Ambrose Manor. Please avoid damaging yourself or others while you are out.
Error. Weapon jammed. Intruder. Please unholster your weapon and self-terminate.
Be careful. Looks like Minnie activated security around the manor.
We'd best watch our step, Captain. She knows we're coming.
Moving out.
That one's done for. The last. Coming over to you. Hey, Pop! Watch this! Take your confession now!
Investigating.
Tell me so! On my way! I am en route, Captain. You're an artist, Captain.
Yeah, sure thing. I'm on my way. Does every secret lab in this colony smell the same way?
I see they brought all the comforts of home, including the secret lab for unlawful experiments. Your life was merely an illusion anyway. Get right there. Pass that on.
Unexpected. Security was...
Damn it, Max! They're coming your way! One down.
Sweeping the area.
Here's a little trick I learned in prison.
Didn't I warn you not to set foot in here until the job was done? You should have listened to my advice. There's nothing to discuss. I can fix Adrenatime without you, and certainly without Mother. You wasted your time coming here, and worse, you wasted mine. But I won't let anything stand in the way of progress. You'll surprise me, Captain. Once we fix the chemistry of Adrenatime, the Marauder problem will simply take care of itself.
If you fix it, there's always the possibility you'll make it worse.
The days of the old Adrenatime are numbered, and Marauders are bound for extinction. Insane people addicted to drugs are Mother's problem. Am I to be held accountable for her mess? Besides, Mother is determined to ruin everything she touches. First Adrenatime, then our family, and now my ambition. She never gave me a chance, forbade it. I see no reason why she deserves a second one.
Holding on to your pain helps no one, least of all yourself. It's not too late to let it go.
Mother never let me anywhere near R&D. I was always her incompetent little brat. You don't know that. Gorgon was my chance to do something incredible. Curses. You may be right. I invested so much time and energy into Gorgon, but there's no telling how many second chances passed me by. Mother taught me to never accept failure, to never settle for less. Compromising my plan goes against everything I know. I suppose it is high time Mother and I spoke on equal terms, and without death threats. I was so eager to make Adrenatime my legacy, to give it a second chance. But maybe it's my family that deserves a second chance. God, I can't believe I'm saying this, but if you see Mother, tell her I'm willing to work something out. She can even come over for tea. Or something stronger. I'm sure you won't mind if I remain here. Just to guarantee that you keep your side of the bargain. For your sake, I hope not. It's funny, Captain. I hired you to break the family curse. And it would appear you've succeeded. Just not the way I intended. Good luck with Mother. I suppose you'll need it.
As always, I am at your disposal. What's occupying your thoughts?
Yeah, boss? When we took this job, I thought we were living out an adventure serial. But after what we saw in those labs, I don't feel like much of a hero anymore. I'm glad you asked. No, boss. Project Gorgon was designed to exploit people. They were trying to make a drug that let you work harder, sleep less, and give more of your life to Spacer's Choice. Don't reactivate the project. Do the right thing. Burn it down. Anytime, boss.
query. Are you outside there?
I could probably spend years... How many places just like Gorgon do you think Spacer's Choice has got? Aren't he Cleo's? Gets my guts in a twist just thinking about it. What we seen in Human Inquiry? I never really believed in good or evil, Captain, but I'm starting to. Most folks are just trying to get by, to do right for them and theirs. Sometimes that makes them do wrong. But forcing folks to fight each other? And throwing the dead ones away like they're trash? Like they were never really people? Ain't no reason in the soil or the void can justify that. It's plain evil. That ain't a justification. It's an excuse. Nobody deserves what HIA did to them. No matter what they done. The stuff we saw in that chem lab really got my brain spinning, Captain. Folks there, they were like a family. Living and working together to change the colony. But the thing they made hurt people. Made marauders of them. Do you think they knew it would happen, Captain? You'd think so, right? All them smart folks. I guess I'm just wondering what's worse. If they hurt folks on accident, or if they did it on purpose. The result's the same, but knowing how they got there matters. Elsewise, how do we stop the corpse from doing it again? It sure is lonely out here, on the edge of... It sure is lonely.
Hey, Cap. I wish I could set this in no amount of booze. I'm trying, Cap. I want to see this through. I do. It's just... hard. I've seen animals tearing one another, but those weren't. No, they didn't. You telling me someone looked at a conveyor belt of human flesh and thought the choices responsible for it were sound? There's a certain kind of consistency to the board's decision-making. It's about the bottom line. People are just resources with costs and yields. So, I used to think, well... yeah, they spent the... ain't no hope... Good. I don't know what comes after that. I ain't exactly an expert on building a government. But if places like Gorgon are possible here, we can do better than that at least. Hey.
Good to see you, boss. Sure, I got time. I'm glad you asked. Anytime.
Something vex... Book on...
Something on your mind? I've done some crazy jobs, but this one is more complicated than most. And I have a feeling we've got a few more surprises in store. Hey, you're the captain. There's not an easy option here, Captain, but knowing you, you'll make the right call. What's on your mind? Sure. Some